Good evening, everyone, and welcome to yet another interesting, exciting session today. And the very fact that Rahul Gandhi seems to be in more and more trouble, as he is being, he is going to have a lot of problems because Dr. Swamy, has an update on the case, regarding his
He has done a
citizenship.
PIL. He has put a
Yes.
PIL.
And also, as we all know, the horrible Kolkata, doctor rape case. Now Bollywood has suddenly jumped in the bandwagon to,
That is only because people have started, asking them why they are silent after the Palestine, support.
yes. And moreover, we have more interesting news and scoops in this particular segment. And welcome each and everyone. Welcome Meera. Welcome each and everyone who's watching this live, as well as watching this when you have the free time. So it is over to you.
Yeah. So, friends, while we are on this, the Bengal case, the West Bengal case, uh, the whole country has joined hands to protest against this gruesome murder and gang rape of this girl. And apparently, this is not something new. Many years back as well, this racket was happening in the same hospital. And apparently, there are political ties as well in this, is what they have said. And this police officer is now under scrutiny because he has been trying to support whatever the state government has been saying. So there is something very, very devious about the whole thing that's happening. And they also see that there's an alleged sex and drug racket behind it, which this young doctor, this lady doctor, was aware of and which she was protesting. And that is how she was killed because she wanted to, tell the people that this is what is happening in the hospital. So this lady was, killed in a most gruesome manner. But the strange thing is, friends, in another case, equally in Bengal itself, another woman was found in the, in the fields, gang raped and ripped apart exactly like this case. So these seems to be, as you say in serial killers case, it seems to be a copycat case. So these people are all prepared to do certain things to a woman's body which they are not, they don't feel guilty about. And I don't know whether this is also being, displayed in darknet. There seems to be a terrible pattern to it. And this is the time that any self-respecting chief minister should resign till the case is solved. But this lady has not done it, and this lady is shamelessly blaming the other opposition parties for her own failures. So this is something very disgusting. Yeah. So let's move on to the first piece of news. Now, Bollywood actor Shah Rukh Khan has opened up on his 5-year hiatus from acting and why he chose not to work in Hollywood in an interview with Variety. When asked about his hiatus from acting and the poor performance of some of his films, the superstar said some of the films he loved the most have ended up not doing well, and his remaining away from this had nothing to do with the performance at the box office. Some of these films which didn't do well were so personal that they were not simple enough. They were so personal they got very shrunk. According to the actor, one day he woke up and did not feel like working for a year, which later turned out to be 5 years. I was doing a film in January, and this was in December. Very unprofessional of me. I just woke up and I said, I don't want to go and shoot this film. And regarding how he spent his time during his long break, he said that he learned to cook, clean, and continued working out. And in his humorous style, he said, "I did work out because nothing else to do during COVID because my hiatus went into COVID. Actually, the whole world went into hiatus when I decided not to work." So, regarding why he has not worked in a Hollywood film, he said, when the actor said that if he is even offered a role, it should be worthy of his star status, albeit in not so many words. I don't want to sound uppity, but it should be a role worthy of the status the Indian audience has given me. It should not let me down, he said. On the work front, he said to voice the Hindi version of the upcoming Disney film Mufasa, the Lion King with sons Aryan Khan and Abraham Khan, directed by Oscar winner Barry Jenkins, and original songs by Lin Manuel Miranda. Uh, the film will release in cinema on December 20th in English, Hindi, Tamil, and Telugu. He's also working on a project called King, helmed by Ghosh, in which he will share space for the first time with his daughter Suhana. So here, friends, I'd like to just speak a little bit about Shah Rukh Khan's, interview in Locarno, where he got an award. And what I want to say is that uh, I don't know what he thinks of himself, because he still thinks he's the most popular actor in the world. And the way he was making so much of fun, saying that it is because he pressed his mother's feet that he's reached this place, this height, and that everybody should practice pressing mother's feet. I mean, it was meant as a joke, but I found it so strange. I mean, everybody respects their mothers, and we give the due respect, and we also give them love. But the way he jokes about it, it's as though he's making use of his mother. So these kind of silly jokes. And when he said that he doesn't know how to dance, and then Farah and there's another dance teacher before this, I forget her name. She died, and these two people could not do anything about his dancing skills. Hence, he started his stretching his arms and having the pose which he uses even now. So these were all very, you would say, very, very poor jokes for a man of his age. And as you know, he says he's 58, but of course, I'm sure he must be above 60. And he still thinks that women are crazy about him. So the audience that came to see him, I'm sure, were half of them were fans that he had collected, in a bus, and brought them and put them in this auditorium, because all these girls were shouting as though he's some teenager throb, and right in front was sitting Pooja Gadlani, and she was trying her best not to look at the camera, and working on something in her, in her mobile. But we knew that the whole thing was being, guided by her, and the whole thing was orchestrated. And who knows about this Locarno award itself? This man who was interviewing him seemed to be SRK's best friend, and the way he was nodding and gushing, I thought Navika did a better job in times whenever she sees any actors and interviews them. So this man was just gushing, gushing, gushing. And I don't know how many kisses SRK would have shared with this man to show, his proximity with him. So then one would assume, why any other actor from India is not given any awards in this Locarno festival? Why only Shah Rukh Khan? So you understand, when he's gone into hiding, or whatever he meant by saying that he's not worked for the last 5 years, it's because he did not succeed. So these are things that he should really know, that people can't be fooled all the time. And he's just trying for some PR attention. Yeah, back to you.
Yeah, and one thing is for certain is that SRK thinks that he is like Tom Cruise of India. And unlike Tom Cruise, SRK has stunt actors to do all his stunts. Whereas Tom Cruise, he does all his stunts by himself. All the dangerous stunts you see in Mission Impossible, and SRK does all the dangerous action sequences by having a stunt person, who looks like him. So there is a huge difference between Hollywood action films and what SRK
And yet,
acts.
Jaydev,
Yes,
and yet he's saying that 80% of the action shots he does himself. Who will believe him? You
yeah.
know?
The
Oh,
only action
it's
which
just
I've
all,
seen,
yeah, yeah.
which
It's all
yeah, the
BS.
only
That's it. Yeah.
yeah, the only action which I have seen SRK, doing is pushing an old man from the camera, which we saw recently.
Yeah. Quite
So
surprising.
that, if that is considered an action sequence. So coming to the next piece of news, and apparently, Bollywood actors have woken from their slumber, and because of public pressure and questions on them, they have finally reacted on the horrible uh, Bengal doctor horror incident, as to what really happened. And now people like Hrithik Roshan, Alia Bhatt, Kareena Kapoor, Vijay Varma, Kriti Sanon. They have demanded justice for this poor girl who got gang raped in Kolkata while on duty. And apparently, these are some of the comments which they said that Alia Bhatt highlighted the fact that not much has changed since the 2012 brutal gang rape of a physiotherapy intern in Delhi. Another brutal rape, another day of realization that women are not safe anywhere. So, and Hrithik said, "I stand with the victim's family seeking justice for their daughter."
So
So
did they stand
apparently,
for Disha Salian, Jaydev? Did they stand for
yes.
Disha Salian? Did they stand for Jhanvi Kukreja or for Jia Khan? Or for the many other girls, women who were killed recently?
Yeah, so they obviously have also not questioned Mamta Banerjee in particular, that she should be removed. So that is also a point to be noted. Like the way
Yeah.
Raveena Tandon and other actresses, they sympathize with Bangladeshi Hindus, but they did not use the word Hindus. They used the word minorities. So
Yes.
it is quite
And
yeah.
And what Meera says is so right. It's because they know public is opening their eyes and their careers are at stake. Absolutely. And also here, friends, I want to make one more remark. That is, a lot of the people, who are raising their voices for so many causes, the influencers have been raising their voices on Mamta Banerjee's, kind of rule, and that she should resign. So what the police, Kolkata police, have done is they have sent letters, saying that, see, you have to take your tweets away, otherwise you will come under the this thing action of the cyber police. Now, many of the people in Twitter have been sent these letters. So instead of the police acting on ground level, where the attackers, attacked, and where the public were attacked by vandals, there they didn't do anything. Now they are attacking, the social media influencers. Look at the kind of rubbish that they are doing. Everybody knows that Kolkata police is completely under the hands of Mamta Banerjee. So everything is orchestrated. This woman has to resign, and presidential rule must come to Bengal. Otherwise, Bengal is gone, just like Bangladesh.
Welcome, Seema. Welcome, Akshay. Welcome, Meera. So, yeah. So, coming
Here
to the
you got
next,
it wrong,
yeah,
Julie. See, this is something that the toolkit tried to present. But if you look at the kind of concessions that Modi ji has done for the farmers, and we're talking about the real farmers, not the rich farmers that you have mentioned in the second part as well. The rich farmers have not been favored, and they are the ones who are protesting. The real farmers, I would like you to read exactly what all Modi has done in this new budget. The farmers, the real farmers, do not have middlemen in between. So they get all the profit. So there are many things that Modi ji has done for the farmers. I'm sure if you read it, you will understand. I know you are a well-wisher, so I'm just explaining this to you. Yeah, back to you.
yeah, and also the fact that medicines are very affordable under Modi's pharmacies all over India, and also the Ayushman Bharat scheme is very, very wonderful, and you get a lot of discount and insurance thanks to that. But it's the only thing is that there's not much of concession on the tax slabs, and but just recently, when you sell a property, you can choose the taxation for that regarding capital gains. So a lot of things are being done, but if you look at so many years of Congress rule, what have they done for the country? So have you seen Indian being respected outside the world? Have you seen any Indian prime minister being so much respected by a US president or a European prime minister like the way Modi is being respected by the likes of any European prime minister, for that matter, even Donald Trump and Joe Biden. They have tremendous respect for India because under the leadership of Modi, India has become one of the biggest economies in the world, and most importantly, one of the biggest superpowers in the world. Chinese economy is going to bust one day, and it's only the Indian economy in terms of the stock market is growing stronger by the day, in spite of the best efforts of Hindenburg report to sort of bring down the Adani shares, and Rahul Gandhi has failed there as well. So you can see how India, when so many problems in a global scale are happening, like the Russia-Ukraine crisis, now Israel and Iran, anything can happen between these two countries. So there's so many possibilities of war in across different parts of the world, and the only stable part is in India at the moment in terms of economy, in terms of like security, internal security. So this is where we are lucky to have a prime minister like Prime Minister Modi ji at this point in time.
The latest news is that Subramaniam Swamy has now moved the Delhi High Court over the citizenship of Rahul Gandhi. Now, he has approached the court seeking directions to the Ministry of Home Affairs to cancel Indian citizenship of leader of opposition in Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi. Now, according to the report, a bar and bench, Swamy had written to the Home Ministry in 2019, in which he claimed that a firm named Backups Limited was registered in the United Kingdom in 2003, and the Congress MP was one of its directors and secretary. Swamy alleged that the firm's annual returns filed on October 10, 2005 and October 31, 2006 showed that Rahul Gandhi declared his nationality as British. The bar and bench report further quotes the Swamy, who alleges that Backups Limited's dissolution application on February 17, 2009 had Gandhi's nationality again declared as British. Swamy alleged that it violated Article 9 of the Constitution of India and the Indian Citizenship Act 1955. According to the report, the Home Ministry on April 29, 2019 had written to Rahul Gandhi and asked him to put forward the factual position in this regard within a fortnight. The BJP alleged that even after 5 years since this letter, there is no clarity on the Home Ministry on the decision taken on Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi has been an MP for 5 terms, having represented Amethi for 3 terms between 2004 till 2019, when he was defeated by BJP. He was elected from Kerala's Wayanad. Yes, back to you, Jeff.
Yeah, so BJP will be keeping a very close watch on how this progresses, because Rahul Gandhi is creating all sorts of arguments in the parliament, and whatever BJP is trying to pass, he will stop it from happening, because a few during the Independence Day speech, Modi clearly said that he is keen to pass the UCC, the Uniform Civil Code, point number 1. And point number 2, also the one nation, one election concept. So if these two are passed as soon as possible, great changes will come to our country. And just recently, you have a new interim government in Bangladesh, and led by Mohammad Yunus, and while Sheikh Hasina is still in India, the latest news is that Mohammad Yunus is trying to please Prime Minister Modi and India by visiting some temples in Bangladesh, and saying that Bangladeshi Hindus will be kept safe and sound, according to him. So apparently Modi said that he replied that he hoped the situation in violence in Bangladesh would return to normal soon, as 140 crore Indians were concerned over the safety of Hindus in Bangladesh, and he said that he received a telephone call from Professor Mohammed Yunus, and who has assured protection safety to all the Hindus living in Bangladesh. So my question is, how can we trust this man, Mohammed Yunus,
Yeah.
right?
Also, yeah. Also, you remember what I spoke about earlier with regards to the young doctor's death in West Bengal. The other case that happened was in Kamduni. A 20-year-old Shipra Ghosh was gang raped by 8 people, 8 men. After raping her, they tore her legs to the navel, slit her throat, and dumped her body in a field. And Ansar Ali, Saiful Ali, Aminur Ali, Bhutto Molla, Enamul Molla, Amin Gopal Naskar, and Bholanath Naskar all got death sentence, but all escaped because the cops botched it up. So you can imagine, see, when you are in trouble, you run to the police. But here the police have botched up the case, and these people were let free. And it is a copycat case of what happened to the Delhi young doctor in West Bengal, in Calcutta. So this is not only shocking, but there seems to be a very, very heinous, a pattern to it, which if the CBI don't discover it, then they are fools, is all I can say. Because going by the standards of SSR, I don't believe much in the CBI standards at all. Yeah, back to you.
Yeah, like all the eyes of the Indian population is on the CBI once again after SSR, and it is with regards to the doctor case in Kolkata. So they can't afford to mess it up. And obviously, the accused in this particular case, everyone wants to see him get a death penalty. So it is not only one, and according to reports, obviously there are so many people involved in this, murder case against this innocent young girl in Kolkata. So all of them have to be caught and they have to be hanged. There's no other way. And let us see how fast and how efficient CBI works in this particular case, at least. We know that in SSR's case that they have taken 4 years and there's no update regarding the same. So, but this time, the all of India is watching the CBI at this point of time. Yes. So coming to the next piece of news, and as all of you know, that Uddhav Thackeray, we have the Maharashtra election happening later this year, and Uddhav Thackeray and the MVA are trying their best to come back to power. Apparently, Uddhav Thackeray announced that he will support any candidate nominated by the Congress Party and the NCP as the CM candidate of the Mahavikas Agadi ahead of the assembly polls in the state. And apparently, the Election Commission is likely to announce the schedule for the election on Friday. And in June, the Election Commission began preparation for the upcoming assembly elections in Haryana, Maharashtra, Jharkhand, Jammu and Kashmir by updating electoral rolls in these states. So apparently, Uddhav Thackeray is playing it very safe, and he somehow wants to come back to power at any cost because obviously, he wants to save his son, and Nitesh Rani is behind him in this particular case, and it is high time that the likes of Devendra Fadnavis, Eknath Shinde, Ajit Pawar, they have to review and see, how they are going to win this election, because BJP did not do well in the Lok Sabha election in Maharashtra. So how are they going to play the power game in Maharashtra is what we would like to see. So yes.
So Dhruv says Swamiji should take this matter to a conclusion. Otherwise, what he is doing every time, just dismantling things and throwing that to a corner. Very true.
Yeah, but one has to ask BJP as to what they are doing against, regarding Rahul Gandhi, right? There is so many cases like the National Herald case. You have the Augusta Westland case, and now you have this case of the British citizenship. So at least Swamy is doing something, while BJP is doing nothing. That's the only difference.
So
Yes.
friends, yeah. So friends, in case you're looking for good films that have good content in Kerala Malayalam films, you will find a movie called Goat's Life, which is in which Prithviraj has acted. It's a very good movie, and I'm sure you'll find it very interesting. And then another movie by the actress Urvashi is also a beautiful film called Ullur. I'm not able to pronounce it that well, but it's like in inner turmoil is what I understand the word means. Now, the actress Urvashi has played a brilliant role in that, and she has won the Kerala State Film Award for this movie. I'm sure you will find it very interesting. She plays a role of a mother-in-law to Parvati's character of Anju, and how the both women show their strength in different ways. And she said that when she did this movie, it was very difficult for her during the shooting, because the whole atmosphere was very gloomy, and she had to keep that mood throughout. I told the director that it would be difficult, crying is an outlet, but in my case I had to hold back the tears. That was difficult. My cheeks and my face would hurt every day. I left the sets. The director told me to perform how I thought fit. She said, adding that the waterlogged house and area was also an issue for her. She also appreciated the actress Parvati's performance in the film. I was able to emote well because Parvati was on the other side, and she put up an equally good performance. So, friends, why I'm talking to you about this actress is that she is someone like, of Meena Kumari's caliber. I have watched her in many films, and this lady is just naturally so good. She just gets into the character, and in this character, she as the mother-in-law, the kind of feelings that she displays just on her face without even saying any words is absolutely amazing. And for those who prefer, movies like this, do please watch it, and also watch the Goat Life, of Prithviraj, which is also on, on OTT. So, yes, Ullorak. Just let me just pronounce it again, friends. It's called, one second, hold on, because the name is a little difficult for me to pronounce. It is Ulloruk, which means, the inner sort of, turmoil, or, the depth of water. When you go down, it's more deeper. So, yes, I do, Purna. And in fact, Jaydev also speaks very good Malayalam. This is something that we, speak at home. It's very important. Yes, I can. A movie which was shot in South. Yes, exactly. Yes, about that is Prithviraj, and the movie is brilliant because we were in Dubai for a very long time, and we know exactly what the character experiences in this, and also how people get stuck once these agents, travel agents, take them, and they just leave them at the airport, and then these guys don't know where to go. So and without any knowledge of language, they are really stuck. And so this is what happened in this case. Uh, yeah, so this is something that, and these two movies are something that you could watch, which will, really give you, a good evening. Yeah, yeah. Thank
Yes.
you, Puma. Yes.
So yeah. So friends, that's all the news for today, and we will see you again tomorrow. Until then, Jai Hind and Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.